Cunningham took a jab at Caitlin Clark's newest WNBA foes by signing a Jacy Sheldon trading card with a rather humorous message written across the fans' collectible.
Sophie Cunningham just delivered her own Fight Club style moment in the WNBA, with Jacy Sheldon ending up on the wrong side after what fans called a cheap shot on Caitlin Clark. But Sophie didn't just handle things on the court. She made sure the entire league felt the message loud and clear. What do you think about it? Is this the kind of intensity fans love to see, or did she go too far? Here's the truth of it. When you're teammates with a superstar like Caitlin Clark, you're basically faced with two options: step up and protect her, or stand around looking helpless while opponents keep taking shots. Sophie chose to step in and defend her, and fans are absolutely here for it. It all goes back to that intense matchup where Marina Mabrey went full contact after the whistle, bulldozing Clark in a way that looked more like football than basketball. But even before Mabrey's hit, Jacy Sheldon had already done something that had Fever fans calling for a penalty box, saying she should have been sent straight there for that play.
Watch when Caitlin Clark is trying to create some space. It looked like she just got hit in the...
Jacy Sheldon, who's been quickly developing a reputation for playing a bit too physically against Caitlin Clark, delivered what many fans described as an unnecessary and overly aggressive hit. But if anyone expected Sophie Cunningham to let it slide, they were completely mistaken. Later in the game, Cunningham responded in a way that felt very intentional. She matched Sheldon's physical style and sent a clear message that targeting Caitlin Clark won't go unanswered. And even after the final buzzer, she didn't back off from making her point. Fast forward to a Fever fan event. Sophie is at her table, smiling, taking photos, signing autographs, and chatting with fans in line. Then things take an interesting turn. A fan walks up holding a Jacy Sheldon rookie card and asks Sophie to sign it, but with a twist. Instead of a normal autograph, they want her to include a specific message alongside her signature.
When you get Sophie Cunningham to sign a Jacy Sheldon rookie card with property of, that is crazy. That is crazy.
Sophie takes the card, pen in hand, and writes across it, "Property of Sophie Cunningham." It's more than just a signature. It feels like a statement, a way of signaling control and confidence, as if she's marking her presence in the matchup. The message comes off loud and clear. She's not backing down, and she's fully owning the moment. And if anything, it sends a warning that Jacy Sheldon might think twice before going after her teammate again.
She's the problem. She is the problem.
The video of the moment quickly went viral, pure entertainment gold. Right next to Sophie, teammate Lexi Hull couldn't hold back her laughter, sharing the moment with fans who were loving every second of it. It's one of those rare scenes that shows both sides of Sophie Cunningham, intensely competitive, but also willing to enjoy the lighter side of the game. And the key thing is, she didn't back away from it afterward or try to soften the message. Instead, she stood by it, reinforcing that same tough mentality. That's exactly the kind of presence teams value in an enforcer. Because let's be real, every great team has won. In hockey, there were players whose job was to make sure even legends like Wayne Gretzky were protected and not targeted without consequences. In the NBA, stars like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant had teammates who stepped in whenever things got physical or crossed the line. Right now in the WNBA, that role is being associated with Sophie Cunningham for Caitlin Clark's team. But the interesting part is she's not just a physical presence or bench energizer. She's a real contributor, someone who can actually change games. A solid three-point shooter and a legitimate offensive threat, she's been on fire since the All-Star break. For example, against the Phoenix Mercury, she put up 18 points in a game where much of the Fever roster struggled, standing out as one of the few consistent sparks on the floor.
Sophie Cunningham has been Caitlin Clark's biggest cheerleader and defender.
And it literally pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league. Who would be?
What? When people try to argue that she's not the face of our league,
Yeah.
or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as
Yeah.
You're literally dumb as
The sad truth about this video we just watched is she is the first WNBA player I have seen to openly say this out loud, publicly, and not be ashamed in declaring it. Caitlin Clark is the reason we have been talking about the WNBA. Hate it or love it, it's true. I don't believe that Caitlin Clark necessarily wants that title that everyone has been giving to her. I think she just wants to be appreciated. And Sophie Cunningham, she just seems like such a real one, such a good friend. I think especially with women, especially elite level athletes, there's a lot of people, women, who will kind of stab you in the back. There's a lot of jealousy, a lot of resentment, especially when you're good. But Sophie just seems like such a girl's girl. I really, really like her. Maybe Caitlin Clark should do the next American Eagle campaign, or Sophie.
While Sophie Cunningham has been putting up solid numbers, she's also taken on a tougher, less visible role that others haven't been willing to step into, making it clear that Caitlin Clark isn't dealing with things alone on the court. That matters because, fair or not, Clark's entry into the league has made her a focal point for extra attention and physical play. Fans have already pointed to moments involving Kennedy Carter, Diamond DeShields, Marina Mabrey, and now Jacy Sheldon as examples of that intensity. The difference this time, according to fans, is that Cunningham responded in a way that made a clear statement, one that quickly spread across social media. The property of Sophie Cunningham autograph moment went viral almost instantly, turning into a meme that Fever supporters embraced, Clark fans appreciated, and even neutral viewers found entertaining amid concerns about excessive physicality toward Clark. Meanwhile, Sheldon's early career narrative has also been brought into the discussion. After being drafted by the Dallas Wings and moving on within a short span before landing with the Connecticut Sun, her journey has already included a few quick transitions. Some argue that level of instability becomes more noticeable when paired with high-profile on-court confrontations. Cunningham's moment at the fan event added fuel to the storyline, with many framing Sheldon's early legacy, less around her basketball skills and more around her interactions in these heated moments. The clip spread widely online, energizing Fever supporters and adding to the team's growing identity under constant media attention. And from the perspective of fans, Cunningham appears fully aware of the spotlight. By leaning into the moment, she reinforces her role as a protective presence for her team, while also sending a clear signal to anyone considering similar physical play against Clark.
Yeah.
Just go tomorrow. You're on the Las Vegas Strip. What can the Las Vegas expect from Sheldon?
Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna be me. I don't go in there trying to predetermine anything. I'm dialed in. I need to focus on hitting my shots, making sure I'm executing the schemes right. I'm not focused on the extracurricular activities. And you know what? During that, it was just part of the game. I think the refs had a lot to do with that. It was a build up for a couple of years now of them just not protecting, the star player of the WNBA. And so at the end of the day, I'm going to protect my teammates. That's what I do. And I'm a team player, so.
This is part of why Sophie Cunningham has risen to become one of the most popular players on the Indiana Fever roster, second only to Caitlin Clark. She brings more than just on-court production. She has personality, confidence, and a willingness to play physically and stand her ground when needed. From that perspective, the entire Cunningham versus Jacy Sheldon storyline didn't appear out of nowhere. Fans connect it to months of heightened physical attention toward Clark throughout the season. That's why the now viral property of Sophie Cunningham autograph moment resonated so strongly with Fever fans. To them, it wasn't about a single incident. It felt like a response to a pattern of physical plays and confrontations that had built up over time. Instead of being just another isolated highlight, it became a symbolic moment for supporters who felt those incidents had gone unanswered during the season. Kennedy Carter's blindside hit, Diamond DeShields' heavy body check, Marina Mabrey's post-whistle shove, and now Jacy Sheldon's physical play toward Caitlin Clark have all fueled the same ongoing debate among fans. From their perspective, Sheldon's actions stand out even more because she's still early in her career after being drafted high by the Dallas Wings in 2024, briefly traded, and now playing for the Connecticut Sun. Instead of building a reputation purely on her basketball skills, she's been pulled into a narrative centered around physical confrontations with Clark, which Fever fans say reflects a pattern rather than isolated moments.